πάρω και στην. Είναι η πρώτη φορά που ήρθα εδώ από την Τουρκία μένανε και μου είπανε κόψε και δεν τόλμησα να κόψω. Τώρα είναι μικρά αυτά, αλλά δεν είναι ωραία να τα κόψω, μυρίζουν. Πολύ. Γιατί θέλουν πότισμα αυτά και είναι έτσι. Πω, ήθελα να μαζέψω φρούτα από το σπίτι μου. Από το σπίτι, μανούλα μου, πού είσαι, η μανούλα μου πέθανε. Δεν τα έχει δει πριν να πεθάνει. Δεν μπόρεσε να έρθει ούτε ο μπαμπάς. Πόσο περνά ο χρόνος. Μαμά μου, πού είναι. Δεν ανοίγουνε, φοβούνται ίσως. Και αυτοί. Την άλλη φορά ανοίξανε. Hello, merhaba. You sleeping?
Yes.
This is my house. Can I come in?
Yes.
Yeah. Γιαγιά μου, Γνατία μου, πού είσαι? Καλή μου. Μαμά. Ναι, θυμάμαι αυτό το ερμάρι. Και μεγάλοι, τεράστιοι καθρέφτες, διάφορα τώρα βάλανε σέλον, δεν ξέρω. Χάλασε το σπίτι. Και μαζί χαλάνε και μνήμες, ξέρεις. What do you do here? You go to school?
Yes.
You work? Which school?
Lefkoşa Turkish.
You go to Lefkoşa by bus?
Yes.
Yeah. My uncles, my grandmother who lived here, her sons used to go to Karinya by bus to gymnasium. Yeah. You like it here?
Yes.
If I come back and want my house, can you go? You don't know, huh? You don't understand. Okay, it's not your fault. No. It's not my fault either, right? But we pay for that.
I travel with Maria, a Greek Cypriot, to the north of Cyprus, to the family home she had to abandon during the Turkish invasion and war of 1974. Today, Turkish settlers live there. This village, where many relatives once lived, Maria has not seen for 30 years. This is her second visit since 2003, when the checkpoints along the Green Line dividing the island into north and south were opened. Cyprus is an island 40 miles south of Turkey and 500 miles southeast of Greece, an island that has a complex history. Greek and Turkish Cypriots have lived together here for many centuries. In 1878, the Ottomans leased Cyprus to Britain. The British policy of divide and rule fueled mistrust between the two communities. Beginning in the 1950s, the struggle for independence from Britain stoked further ethnic unrest. After independence in 1960, interethnic conflict broke out and led to the retreat of Turkish Cypriots into restricted enclaves in 1964. Ten years later, the intervention of Greece and Turkey led to the 1974 war and the de facto partition of the island into a Turkish Cypriot north and a Greek Cypriot south. 200,000 Greek Cypriots and 43,000 Turkish Cypriots found themselves on the wrong side of the divide and became refugees in their own country. In 1983, the Turkish Cypriot community declared itself an independent state, the Turkish Republic of North Cyprus, recognized only by Turkey. The Greek Cypriot community denounced it as illegal according to international law and demanded the restoration of the Republic of Cyprus. The two communities lived without contact until 2003. Today, 75% of the island's population are Greek Cypriots, including a small number of Latins, Maronites, and Armenians, and 25% Turkish Cypriots. Thousands of settlers from Turkey also live in the north. Many legal and illegal migrant workers live on the island as well. I arrived in Cyprus in the spring of 2004. I came to witness the process leading up to the referendum on a UN plan to reunify the island. As a woman, I'm interested in hearing women's voices on the issue. I also traveled with Zehra, a Turkish Cypriot, to the south of Cyprus. As she visits her family home in Larnaca, she had to abandon during the 1974 war. Today, Greek Cypriot refugees live there. Zehra has already visited with them several times since 2003.
Η Ζεχρά είστε τον καιρό που δεν μπορεί να έρθει κανένας Τούρκος ποδά.
Πώς, how did you do that?
How did I do that? There was an activity by Sigali. Sigali is a folk art association. So I was a member of the folk art association in North. So we were invited here for a limited hours. And Aristodomos, one of the members of Sigali, his mother lives somewhere here. And he said, Red, do you want me to take you to your house?
Red.
And I said, yes! Without, any legality, nothing. We came here, we knocked at the door, and we saw Vassiliki and Lefki.
Έκλαιν τη Ζεχρά, έκλαιν και εγώ.
The first time when I went home, I was in shock to see, a kind of lady who looks like my grandmother very much. My
In your house.
In my house, yes.
Zehra, DNA of Cypriot is the same.
It was the first time that we met, and they said, Καλωσόρισε στο σπίτι σου. Welcome to your house.
Αφού είναι δικό μου το σπίτι. Αφού το σπίτι είναι της Ζεχράς.
I was expected, of course, people in my house. That's why I was ready, to see the people. And I didn't have any problem inside of me that, in my house there are people, because I knew that, they were refugees as well in my house.
I started this film about the land where Greeks and Turks meet for selfish reasons. In 1967, while my mother was pregnant with me, my father was arrested in Greece by the junta that came to power. Thousands of Greeks were imprisoned by the military dictatorship as enemies of the state. I met my father for the first time when I was 3, visiting him in prison. He was released when I was 5. He never spoke about his time in prison, but began years of telling me bedtime stories about brave Greeks fighting their Ottoman occupiers, the Turks, for independence. As a child, I had recurring dreams in which I was an entire Greek army fighting the wild and barbarian Turks. Today, I understand that while my father was encouraging the freedom fighter in me, he could not talk about his own raw experience with the dictatorship. So, he invoked the old enemy. I came to Cyprus wanting to transform this dream and make the world feel more like home.
You can't stop peace in Cyprus. Kıbrıs'ta barış engellenemez.
What were you saying?
Barış!
He's in Cyprus.
But when the date of the referendum, what do you call it in English?
Referendum.
Referendum, but it was definite, that it was going to happen was definite. I suddenly found myself in panic because this was something that on the one hand was something I dreamt all the time, but on the other hand I never believed it could happen, and suddenly it was becoming true, and suddenly I found myself in fear. The world I know, the world I knew as I knew it was going to change.
But you're afraid and at the same time you say yes.
Yes, of course.
After the partition of the island in 1974, new generations of Cypriots were brought up on each side of the divide, not knowing each other. Since the 1980s, the Greek Cypriot economy in the south has boomed, while the Turkish Cypriot north, dependent on Turkey, stagnated as it remained politically and economically isolated from the international community. Following years of negotiations, the UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan, working with committees and leaders from the north and the south, proposed a plan to reunify the island within a federal framework. On April 24, 2004, each side was asked to ratify or reject the Annan Plan in separate referenda. While some embraced the plan, sometimes with strong reservations, others dismissed it as a ploy by foreign interests. Within each community, people were passionately polarized around voting yes or no. I joined a group of women from both sides of the island as they share their ideas and feelings about the process. The referendum has become a doorway through which many stories of the past 40 years emerged. These experiences become my main focus beyond the political discourse.
For me, beyond the yes and the no, is this lack of women's... You see all these grey-suited pensioners on television discussing our future, and they'll have a token woman here and there, and it really annoys me.
And I want to hear what women have to say, because I'm in favor of the yes, because I think it's about time we brought the two people of the island together. I'm from Famagusta, which means that I'm really, dying to see the island reunited.
And I guess I'm the only one who is voting no here.
Great, but
I feel very bad.
I'm a Turkish Cypriot living in the wrong side of the island. I crossed the street 7 years ago, and I cannot vote here and I cannot vote there. And it's very upsetting. So maybe I'll convince you to have your vote. To have your vote for me.
I must say that I really envy you for being so courageous and looking at things so optimistically. I have a lot of fear, which comes from what I lived, what I believe. I have to tell you that I deeply believe in peace, and I deeply believe that I really want to live together with the Turkish Cypriots. But I really feel that this plan is a game played against us, both Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots, so that we will never be together, really work together, have the same syndicates, live in the same neighborhoods, I don't know, whatever that means, being together.
I mean, there is so much racism in the Cypriot society. And of course, now with the plan, the racism of the Greek Cypriots comes out against the Turkish Cypriots. And vice versa, obviously. There are both sides.
As a Turkish Cypriot, I would tell you that actually the real occupation is experienced by Turkish Cypriots. And this is our only way to get rid of the occupation. Because you don't live with an army. We are living with 40,000 soldiers. We are living as a colony of Turkey. And this is our only chance. And we have a very great fear that this will divide our island forever, for a very, very long time.
I totally respect what you said. I can understand how you live the occupation, but that doesn't make, things black and white.
What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of another war. I'm afraid that we will again be in new adventures amongst us, and they will be worse. And I'm very worried about my children.
In July 1974, the Greek junta, with the blessings of the United States, mobilized the officers it had stationed on Cyprus. These officers joined forces with right-wing Greek Cypriot paramilitary units under the banner of Eokavita. Together, they overthrew Cypriot President Makarios in a bloody coup, which attempted to join Cyprus with the motherland, Greece. This led to violent civil strife within the Greek Cypriot community. The rise to power of the far-right nationalists greatly alarmed the Turkish Cypriots. 5 days later, Turkey landed its troops on Cyprus, claiming the right of intervention as a guarantor power of the Republic of Cyprus. To the Greek Cypriots, this represented the invasion and the beginning of the occupation of the north of the island. To the Turkish Cypriots, it represented protection and safety. These differing perceptions became part of the ongoing conflict. For years, each side had knowledge of its own trauma. Only in recent years have they started to become aware of each other's suffering and that they share a common tragedy. Greek Cypriots living in the north fled to the south, and Turkish Cypriots fled to the north. Civilians on both sides of the island who remained behind were taken prisoners of war. By the end of summer, the partition of the island became a reality, and prisoners were exchanged. For the Greek Cypriots, the loss of their homes and lands, combined with the terror of war and the agony of waiting for their missing, marked a great tragedy. For the Turkish Cypriots, the suffering of the same war and partition of the island was a great loss, but also created a safe haven.
Everywhere there were bullets, and I was picking bullets. That was my childhood game, sort of. And there were bullets in the walls. We used to pick them out.
Είχαμε ένα σπιτούιν κοντά. Εμάς δεν είχαμε σπίτι, γιατί έκαναμε μας παράκιας και καθόμαστε μέσα. Και εκείνη, σφαίρα, να μπει, αρέσταν από την άλλη, γιατί τα σπίτια.
Έναν οι σφαίρες μέσα.
Ναι, και αρέσταν, ναι. Και εκείνο, μπήκαμε από κάτω στην καριόλα.
I mean, I remember the 74, I mean, all the guns, just, I mean, bombs, shootings, people, wounded, injured people, you have to carry them, you see, I mean, to the hospitals.
Ήθελαν οι φασιστάς να μας σκοτώσουν, να μας σύρουν μέσα στη θάλασσα. Εκείνον εγώ έζησα το γιατί. Θυμούμαι έτσι που έφυγαμε από το χωριό μας, είχε πόλεμος και μέσα στα 63 και μέσα στα 74 ο πόλεμος στο χωριό μας ήταν πολύ δυνατός.
And so there was always these stories about women being raped, women who were raped during the war, Greek or Turks, whatever, all sorts of stories.
Τις γυναίκες που τις βιάσανε οι Τούρκοι στρατιώτες. Και οι μισές όχι μόνο τις βιάσανε οι Τούρκοι στρατιώτες, πήγανε σπίτι και οι Ελληνοκύπριοι άντρες τους λέγανε «Εγώ που πήγε Τούρκος δεν ξαναπάω» και αφήνανε τις γυναίκες τους. Ναι καλέ, γίνανε πολλά τέτοια και δεν συζητήθηκε ποτέ.
All bad memories here and the last one in the memory of the other side, which Turkish soldiers come and kill them and occupy their island. Where it began, how it began, what Turkish Cypriots did during these 10 years or 11 years, they have no idea about this and nobody tells them.
As I listen to the women, I realize how deep the wounds cut. In 1960, Cyprus became independent from British rule. Britain, Greece and Turkey guaranteed the independence and territorial integrity of the Republic of Cyprus, where both Greek and Turkish Cypriot would participate. Yet, Greek Cypriot nationalists continued to fervently press for enosis, union with Greece. In turn, Turkish Cypriot nationalists sought Taksim, partition of the island. In December 1963, a new cycle of interethnic violence erupted, blooding both sides. Many Turkish Cypriots were killed and their villages destroyed. For 10 years, 1/3 of the Turkish Cypriot population lived in restricted areas, in enclaves. This was a period in which Turkish Cypriots felt like second-class citizens, as they were excluded from all state privileges. This deepened mistrust and fear for all. Slowly, I come to discover more about this hidden history, definitely omitted from my Greek school textbooks. I realize that when the people of the island speak of war, Greek Cypriots remember 1974, while Turkish Cypriots also remember their tragic experiences of 1963.
Ο πόλεμος που άρχισε πρώτα που οι Ελληνοκύπροι λέουν πως ήταν στο imperialist, ήταν στους Αγγλικούς, δεν ήταν για σας. Αλλά μετά είναι και για μας. Δεν ξέρουν πως και εμείς έφυγαμε από τα χωριά μας και μείναμε και 10 χρόνια. Δεν μπορούσαμε να πάμε στο χωριό μας. Φοβόμαστε από τους φασιστάες, από τους Έλληνο-φασιστάες.
1963, which it is erupted, but since 57, 58 until 63, Turkish Cypriots always under a threat, their life under threat. They don't have no place to go, but they're living mixed, so they knock their doors, etc.
Ελληνικός στρατός ήρθαν, γιατί non έφυγαμε. Και εκείνον τον καιρόν ήρθαν και αερόπλανα. Εμείς νομίζαμε πως είναι Τούρκοι και βγαίναν έξω όλοι. Ύστερα σειρά μας πόμπες. Φοήγημαν πολλά και φύγαμε έσω, γιατί ήρθαν 2 αερόπλανα μόνο. Που την Έλληνα. Αλλά ήρθαν και από την Τουρκία πολλά και έτσι νομίζω πως μείναμε. Αν ήταν γιατί αν δεν έρχονταν νομίζω να με ζούμε τώρα εμείς. Δεν είχαμε τίποτε. Με τα ριάλια μας έπιασαμε με τίποτε. Σαν τον άλλον πέλο στον 74, ρίσα θυμούμε, τα πλάσματα είναι την μαγείρισαν πάνω στο καύρονα και φύασαν. Για οι κουπές πάνω στο τραπέζι. Στο χωργό, τα κότσινα που πήγαμε, ήρθαν και από τα άλλα χωργά. Ήταν γιατί 7 χωργά όλοι. Τραβήσαμε μας τώρα για μεσοχωριών με τα σπιτούτια και είχαμε και τσατήρια κάτω, σε έναν μικρό σπίτι, αλλά οι ασπάιες μου ήταν οι τρεις παντρεμένες, μες στα τσατήρια που έμειναν.
So I'm 3 years old in 63, and then I spent until the 74, which I'm the junior high school. So in a close area, we just go to visit my grandmother or father in the village, passing through all these controlling points with police Greek forces. So this is what I remember, and everything so limited.
Κάποτε πάλι ευσαλιούνταν οι πόρτες, δεν μπορούμε να βγούμε έξω και κάποτε νομίζω ότι 3 χρόνια δεν μπορούμε να βγούμε, μόνο χαλάσαν. Κοινός που έχει πολύ πρόβλημα για έρχεται το αεροπλάνο. Όλων τα πράγματα, τα φρούτα μας έρχονται από την Τουρκία. Λαούμε πώς ήταν έτσι, το πορτοκάλι να έχει τρύπα, γιατί μες στις σακούλες ήταν και έρθαν τις μήλες για να έχει όπλα.
This is a very long period, 58 until 74. You have no safe place. Then, 74, now they have a safe place. I need them to say that, sorry, we did a mistake. We tried this once, ethnic cleansing, but we're sorry on that. This is a mistake. We'll never attempt again. Something like this.
And we need it.
You need an apology.
Apology or say that, yeah, we did this, but it was a mistake.
We need it because we want to live together.
Because this is not an invasion. This is not an occupation done by an army. This is what a community did another community. So we need the community to tell you that we did a mistake. We'll not attempt to make it again. This is a mistake. You're our brothers, sisters, whatever it is, but never. So even they deny it has happened something. Maybe this is the main, will bring trust. This is what I'm thinking.
I personally feel that I've been living in constant fear since I was born. I was born like 40 days before the invasion. And after I've had children, I could start imagining how it would feel to have a baby of 40 days when the invasion happened. And now I have children, and I don't want to go to bed and think that there's like 40,000 soldiers on the other side and how many on this side. I mean, if they're out, I think it's a good thing, and I can get rid of a big part of this constant fear that is so much part of me that I don't even see it anymore.
Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Turkish Cypriot.
Cyprus.
Πού?
Pafidi.
Παφίδι. Εγώ εδώ. Άγια Βροσίτισσα.
Welcome.
Welcome too.
How are you?
You stay here, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. My grandfather had the cafeteria there. Yes. You want to go to Bafos?
No.
No.
No, I don't want to.
Γιατί?
Yadi, I don't feel safe there.
You don't feel safe. What will make you feel safe?
In 74, I don't know what we had, and my house was burned.
Yeah. Which village in Bafos?
Ayos Nikolaos.
Άγιος Νικόλαος, ναι.
My father, he was the best man for the Greeks. They used to get on very well.
Ναι.
But our house is burned with no reason. I don't know. It's not nice things.
Slowly, we have to make it.
Of course, we are very agree. We need peace.
The children, how many children you have?
I have 2 children.
2, boy and a girl?
There's 1 boy and 1 girl inside.
Ah, very nice.
You?
Me too. I have 2,
yes.
a son and a daughter.
So you used to live in this village also?
My
I
mother,
understand your feelings.
Yes.
I know, I am sure you want to come back.
Yeah, I do.
Cyprus, I think, is big enough.
Yeah.
Big enough for us.
For everybody.
For everybody, yes.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yes, I want you to go back to Ayos Nikolaos and feel safe. And I want to come back here, and you must allow me to come back. too.
I cannot stop you.
No.
I never stop you. I understand your feeling. But if you go to Ios Nikolaos, the first house you see, it's still there and it's burned. And with no reason, I know, some silly things.
Because
but
war separated
war,
us,
yes.
both of us.
Yes.
Yes, war and our bad leaderships. Yeah.
I'm very sorry all this.
Me too. Thank you.
Efkaristo, thanks.
Efkaristo,
Thank
yes.
you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
As I follow Maria through her family village in the north, I am touched by her attempts to create new relationships with the people living here.
The most beautiful village of Cyprus. Huh?
Whether the Annan Plan brings peace and safety to the people of the island is a core issue of the referendum. I recognize that beyond any plan, people coming together and sharing their pain, distrust, and dreams builds common ground.
Yeah. And forest.
Tutti έφυγαν και πήγαν από εκεί και ζούσαν και εμείς έφυγαμε και ήρθαμε πολλά και ζούσαμε το ίδιο. Εμείς έκαναμε 9 μήνες στο δασάκι της Άχνας. Εμάς εμαζεύκα 2 οικογένειες, 3, εβάλλαν τις μες στο τσατήρι για να γλιτώσουμε, γιατί έπιαν νερά. Για να γλιτώσουμε τα νερά. Εκουραστήκαμε μες στο τσατήρι, πόσον καιρό, μες στα χώματα. Είπαμε ότι έπρεπε κάπου να πάμε.
My father and my brother they were all in enclaves. So we were alone with my mother and with the children. So that's why we prefer to escape.
They said, okay, after the exchange of the population, I think my mom also and my grandmom thought that, okay, exchange completed, now the north is ours and south is theirs, so no more war, no more threats, so we're safe here.
We came back to Katrivanou at first, and then Katrivanou was mostly a Greek town. It was a mixed town, but there was a minority of Turks in it, and the Greeks had fled. The house we rented was like somebody else had moved in before us, and then they decided to move out. They had taken all the furniture with them and had thrown out all the books to the field next to the house. And I grew up reading those books of 2 Greek children. I don't remember the names though. And it was like I always wondered who they were. I don't remember their names. I don't know how many of the books. I think I should look for them. But I always thought it was magical to grow up with some other child's books.
When this village, they gave a house everybody. So the house that gave to my grandma, there was a dog, which don't know Turkish, of course. So we said, "Çık dışarı," looking at us. So then we realized that, maybe in Greek. So we learned how to say go out, sit down, da da da. So we learned all these words, and she obeyed them. Then in time, she learned Turkish. Okay, so begin to obey this Turkish also. Then she gets so old, and then forget Turkish.
Can people go back home? How many homes and lands would be given back? Would there be restitution or compensation, and in what amount? The referendum raises these issues around property and ownership. I wonder how displaced people regain a sense of home and community.
These buildings, most of them I think, used to be Greek buildings. So there's a guy living in that house there for 30 years. But that house actually belongs to Greek. And you never know when will that person come back? What will happen with this island? Is the house his or isn't his?
Έκαμε σπίτι, έβαλε σε έναν γέντρο και τώρα δεν είναι και εκείνον γιος. Αλλά εγώ είμαι 50 χρονών, είμαι 49 χρονών τώρα. Και δεν έχω ποιον καιρό να πάω πίσω στο σπίτι μου και να κάνω πάλι σπίτι και να ζήσω μέσα.
I'm homeless now.
What do you mean?
I'm homeless because my home must be here with the people around me. But when you think about the house here now, it's just a stone in a way, because there are no any connection with the neighbors or with the other people, you see.
Το σπίτι είναι ο τόπος που γεννήθηκες και ο τόπος που μεγάλωσες και ο πρώτος που περπάτησες. Κοινον είναι το σπίτι σου. Μπορεί να μένει δαντικός σου και τον νοίκιαζες. Όμως και αμέ γεννήθηκες, επίες σχολείο, επίες με τους άλλους τους συμμαθητές σου, μεγάλωσες στην πλατεία του Κορκού. Τούτος είναι ο τόπος σου, τούτο είναι το σπίτι σου.
So when you think about home, you must have lots of communications with the other people, your neighbors, your relatives, your schools, your cemetery, everything.
Ο τόπος που γεννήθηκες είναι στα τραβά, είναι το σπίτι τούτο μένουμε, αλλά δεν είναι δικό μας, το θεωρώ ξένο, δεν είναι δικό μας.
Αφού ξέρω ποιος το έχει το σπίτι.
Δεν είναι δικό μας το σπίτι. Συνηθίσαμε, έχει 33 χρόνια.
Είμαστε ξένοι μέσα στους ξένους.
Πάντα τραβάμε στο...
Εδώ είναι άγνωστοι, εδώ είναι άγνωστοι. Ένας που το Άγιον Αντρώνικον, άλλος που τη γυαλούσαν, άλλος... Ούτε ήξερα ότι υπήρχαν τούτα τα χορκά.
Αλλά τώρα είσαστε μαζί.
Τώρα είναι αυτή, σε μην πεις έναν καλημέρα βέβαια. Αφού η γειτόνι σου 30 χρόνια. Να μην τους πεις έναν καλημέρα. Αναγκάζεσαι να κάνεις παρέα με άγνωστους, πεν τους θέλεις, πεν τους αγαπάς.
Και δεν τους αγάπησες μέσα στα 30 χρόνια.
Καλά να αγαπάς τους, αλλά μες στο χορκό ή παραπάνω συγγενείς. Εν είχα να πάω σπίτι και να πω ματούν το σπίτι είναι ξένο, να μην πάω.
Το σπίτι μας στο χωριό, εδώ που κατοικούν έπικοι, δεν μου λέει τίποτα. Πραγματικά δηλαδή δεν κολλάω, ας πούμε τώρα να πω. Η μαμά μου εντάξει, γιατί η μαμά μου είναι πιο δύσκολο. Για μένα δεν λέει τίποτα, αλλά ο χώρος ο φυσικός δεν μπορώ να τα αγνοήσω. Δηλαδή νιώθω χαρά άμα είμαι εκεί, πραγματική. Νιώθω μια εφορία που δεν νιώθω πουθενά άλλου. Ο τόπος που γεννιέσαι σε καθορίζει. Και έχει καθορίσει και τους ανθρώπους που σε γέννησαν.
Merhaba. Hello. Γεια σας.
Merhaba.
Merhaba. You're sleeping? This is very nice here. This my grandmother lives here. Your mother. This house? No. What is your name? Maria. See? Hussein. Hussein. How old? 5? 7? Yes? 6. Yeah. Goes to school. Yeah. He was born here? Born here in this house?
Yeah,
born in
Cyprus,
here.
yeah.
So he's Cypriot.
Yeah.
Cypriot, huh?
Yeah.
Cypriot? Yes, Cypriot. Good too. Hussein, bye. Yeah. Νέα γενιά, εδώ. Μπράβο, αγαπητοί μου. Bye. Δεν φταίνε αυτοί οι άνθρωποι. Αν μας αφήσουν τους ανθρώπους μόνους μας, με αυτά τα παιδάκια, με αυτές τις γυναίκες, νομίζω θα τα βρούμε. Θα βρούμε λύσεις. Γιατί πονάνε και αυτοί και μας ενώνει τελικά ο πόνος σε αυτόν τον τόπο. Πολύ. Γι' αυτό αγαπώ. Αυτή τη στιγμή πραγματικά νιώθω ότι αγαπώ και τους ανθρώπους που είναι εδώ και που μένουν στο δικό μου το σπίτι. Ναι, τους αγαπώ.
Πήγα σε μια γειτόνισσα που ήταν η κόρη μου της Μιτσά και εκείνη αγκονούει να πούμε. Και είπε έτσι σου κάρνανη μου κακού. Να παντρέψουμε την κόρη σου λέει μου με τον άγκο μου. Έλα ότι πάει στην εκκλησία με τα λίγο. Να πάμε την τζαμί, λέω της όχι, ότι τζαμί δεν μπορώ. Έλα ήμουν τα γιατί είσαι πάει. Και σου λέω ότι γιατί πας στην δική μου εκκλησία. Όχι με λενότης, έπαντε λενότης.
Ούτε αυτή.
Κι άμα ρωτευτούνε...
Τον καυκά ποιος είναι.
Τον καυκά,
Ναι, ενώ μ' αφίωσε που να ψεύω και να τον ρωτευτούν.
Και άμα κάνουν μετά και μεικτά παιδιά, που είναι και τουρκοελληνοτουρκάκια.
Εσύ έχεις παιδιά?
Όχι,
είσαι ελεύθερη?
Ναι.
Γιάντε και να λίγο.
I meet Kyriakou, one of a small number of Greek Cypriots who refused to leave their homes in the north after the island was divided. When the war ended, 40,000 Turkish soldiers remained in North Cyprus. Around 200,000 Turkish settlers have also moved here in the past 30 years. The issue of the settlers has become a point of contention in reunifying the island. Many of them have lived in Cyprus for more than 3 decades. Others were born here, and more continue to arrive.
Έμειναμε για να κρατήσουμε τον τόπο μας. Φοβούμαστε με τον τόπο του. Εντζερτήσαμε πως ήταν να γίνει τόσα χρόνια.
Νομίζετε ότι κάτι θα γίνει πιο σύντομα?
Ήταν να γίνει πιο σύντομα. Λαούσαμε 1 χρόνο, 2 χρόνους, 3 χρόνους. Μα 30. Εμείς θέλουμε να φύγουν τούτοι επικοί και να πάει καθένα τσιόσο και να έχουν και δική μας έσω. Επειδή κρατούν σου τα πράγματα σου δικά σου, ίσως να τους έχει χαράσει. Και εσύ να είσαι και να κάνουν το σπίτι σου, να πούμε, την περιουσία σου, στα άσχημα μέσα σου άγχος. Εμείς τον τόπο μας δεν το διούμε, τη ζωή μας διούμε, τον τόπο μας δεν το διούμε.
Long before the referendum, in an attempt to bridge the division of the island, people from both communities began meeting under very difficult conditions. These efforts, initiated by the left, were taken up by the grassroots initiatives of teachers, students, artists, business people, women's groups. Many of the women in this documentary were and remain active in this movement. Hands Across the Divide is one of these groups.
Έβλεπα όνειρα ότι ήμουνα διαρκώς, πήγαινα από το Λίδρα Palace, εκεί που είναι η αστυνομία μας, που είδες, το δόφραγμα, τους ξεγελούσα και έφευγα. Και πήγαινα από εκεί, λοιπόν, και γύριζα τους δρόμους και αυτό που με έκανε εντύπωση είναι ότι σε όλα τα σπίτια απ' έξω έβλεπα γυναίκες, οι οποίες έκαναν κουλούρια, ψωμιά και να νιώθω εκεί στο όνειρο τώρα όλες τις μυρωδιές και να πηγαίνω και να τις κουβεντιάζω και να μου δίνουν αυτό το ωραίο ψωμί και να ευχαριστιέμαι και να λέω πώς λέγεστε και να μου λένε εμένα το όνομά μου είναι Δάφνα. Λέω μα αυτό είναι ελληνικό όνομα και με κοιτάζουν και μου λένε δεν ήταν έτσι παλιά.
Hands Across the Divide it started with a seminar and it is the first NGO. Turks and Greeks together, they start to work because the others, there was an NGO here and the same at the south and they were, but separately. We had to go to Pila and meet in the UN offices or something like this. We couldn't ask. We had to ask permission from the foreign minister of North, and they would say, yeah, you can go, or no, you cannot. You have to answer to the questions of the police. What have you done? With whom you speak? What did you speak about? And what is the result? Sometimes we were joking with them, and sometimes we were lying to them, but you had to do this.
Το ρίσκο ήταν μεγάλο διότι είχα απομονωθεί τελείως από πολλές ομάδες Ελληνοκυπρίων και από την οικογένειά μου και από μέλη της οικογένειάς μου. Δηλαδή τις αδερφές μου, ορισμένες κλπ, ξαδέρφια, αυτά, ή τον προσωπικό μου γιατρό, παραδείγματος χάρη, να μην θέλουν να μου μιλήσουν, γιατί μιλάω με τον εχθρό ή μιλάω με τους Τουρκοκύπριους και δεν πρέπει να το κάνω γιατί πρέπει να απελευθερωθεί η Κύπρος πρώτα, να φύγουν τα τουρκικά στρατεύματα και μετά να μιλήσω στους Τουρκοκύπριους.
You feel the press on you. It's very difficult when you try to speak about Cyprus problem. Most of the Turks, they prefer not to speak about it and just speak about their lives, about their kids, about their lessons, about houseworking or cooking.
Λοιπόν, αυτό δεν ήταν μια εύκολη υπόθεση, δηλαδή οι σχέσεις και ο επαναπροσδιορισμός τρόπων αυτού του μοντέλου σκέψης που εφέρναμε και που κουβαλάμε εδώ και δεκαετίες, δηλαδή ότι ο άλλος είναι ο επικίνδυνος, ότι είναι ο εχθρός μου, ότι είναι ο καταστροφέας της Κύπρου, είναι τέλος πάντων η ομάδα η οποία δεν νοιάστηκε αν έχασα εγώ το σπίτι μου και αν έχω αγνοούμενο και αν ήμουν πρόσφυγας κλπ. Προσωπικά θυμάμαι όταν πρωτάκουα τις ιστορίες των τουρκοκυπρίων γυναικών του 63, 64 και ορισμένα του 67, αλλά επίσης και το 74, που περιέγραφαν τις στιγμές εκείνες που ένιωθαν ότι ήταν η στιγμή, θα χάναν τη ζωή τους, θα πέθαιναν, γιατί ήρθε στο σπίτι τους ο άλλος με το όπλο να τους τρομάζει, να τους εκφοβίζει και μετά να αρχίσει να τους το βάζει το όπλο εκείνο πάνω στο ίδιο τους το σώμα.
Ήμουν 5 χρονών, αλλά το θυμούμαι που έρχονταν οι μπόμπες. Πρώτα, εμείς μετριάμε τις. Είμαστε πάνω σε ένα λαονούι και τα μωρά βάλαν μας έναν κρεβάτι και όλοι πέφταμε πάνω.
Και πόσο αυτές οι γυναίκες, αν και έχουν περάσει τόσα πολλά χρόνια, κάθε φορά που το λένε είναι σαν να το ξαναζούνε.
Και όλο μια λύναμε όλο με πόλεμο. Και τώρα είναι έτσι... μπορώ να ακούσω κάποτε το αερόπλανο, κάποτε καμιά σφαίρα, τι έγινε. Πάλι, ναι, ταράζομαι πολλά. Αλλά ιστορίες θα τεράστημαν όχι με τους Ελληνοκύπριους μόνο, αλλά μπορεί να πεις, ναι, το σωστό και από τους Τούρκους μπορεί να έρθει τούτο.
Πολλή από αυτή τη βία έμεινε κρυμμένη πάνω στα σώματά μας. Αυτά τα σημάδια δεν φεύγουν εύκολα. Δηλαδή έχει ανθρώπους που πεθαίνουν και τα παίρνουν μαζί τους. Ο πόνος τελικά και η βία πάνω σε αυτό το νησί είναι πάνω στο σώμα όλων των ανθρώπων. Δεν είχε αυτή το διαχωρισμό.
Ούλον φεύγω και δεν μπορώ να φύγω τα όνειρά μου.
Φεύγεις?
Ναι, και δεν φτάνω ούλον.
Ποιος σε κυνηγάει?
Νομίζω από το μωρό, που ήμουν μωρό.
Ελληνοκύπριοι σε κυνηγάνε και φεύγει?
Ποιον είναι, είμαι Ελληνοκύπριος με Τούρκο.
Κάποιος σε κυνηγάει και...
Ναι. Ιστορίες ξυπνού, αλλά. Και δεν θέλω να γίνει πιο.
Δεν θέλεις να γίνει.
Εγώ πλέω πολλά.
Καλά κάνει. Έλα εδώ. In 2003, massive mobilization by Turkish Cypriots led to the opening of the checkpoints across the Green Line. This was a new era for both communities who had lived isolated from each other for more than 30 years. Finally, one could cross to the other side.
Είμαι πρόσφυγας και εγώ είμαι από την Ακανθού. Έζησα όλα μου τα χρόνια πολύ έντονα, με πολύ έντονη την επιθυμία, ας πούμε, να ξαναδώ την Ακανθού, γιατί ήμουν 5 χρονών όταν έγινε ο πόλεμος και προσπαθούσα όλα αυτά τα χρόνια να φτιάξω αναμνήσεις, ας πούμε, που δεν είχα από τα λεγόμενα των γονιών μου κτλ. Και όταν πριν από 1 χρόνο άνοιξε το δόφραγμα, τρελάθηκα, έτρεξα αμέσως. Ήμουν από αυτές που περίμενε στις ουρές 12 ώρες.
Mom said no, no, no. I said, please, Mom, but Dad want it. And my brother also. So we all together go father's village. And Mom said that, what we're going to eat? I said, there are restaurants, we can eat restaurants. I said, no. And prepare many things, sandwiches, koftas, meatballs, etc. And put all in our, we have a very small car. So put everything in our car. I said that after, it's a long way to go. I said, okay, let's have a coffee. I said, they don't know how to cook coffee. He said, please, Mom, let's go ahead and have a coffee. So we stopped somewhere. It is self-service. I said, self-service? So then they make coffee, we drink coffee. I said, it's good, not bad. They said, I feel better now with coffee. Of course, our Cypriots need coffee to feel better. Yeah.
Όταν πρωτοάνοιξαν τα λεγόμενα σύνορα, όταν έσπασε η πράσινη γραμμή και ήρθαν από εδώ ή πήγαν κάποιοι δικοί μας από εκεί, εγώ ρωτούσα τα νέα παιδιά που ποτέ δεν είχαν έρθει σε επαφή με Τουρκοκύπριους και τους έλεγα ποια ήταν η αίσθησή σας, ποια ήταν η εντύπωσή σας. Κυρία είναι όπως εμάς. Τους λέω, καλά, τι περιμένατε, ότι θα είχαν ουρές ή νύχια, ας πούμε.
Ναι, ανοίξαν με τους δρόμους, σαν ανοίξαμε τον κόσμο.
We go to my mom's village. I love it. Not sad. I'm so happy seeing again and remembering all my good memories, my childhood. And then I get so angry because I forgot all this, because I close my eyes and turn to this side and I forgot the south part of the island to protect myself, of course. If not, I can't go, so I forgot it.
Εκεί είναι η φύση πάρα πολύ ζωντανή και unspoiled, ας πούμε. Και νιώθω ότι όλα εκεί είναι πιο φιλόξενα. Παρόλο που τίθεται είναι η έπικη και οι Τούρκοι και είναι επικίνδυνα, δεν το νιώθω ποτέ. Νιώσα πολύ τη γη, ας πούμε, να με φιλοξενεί, σαν να με περιμένει, σαν ένας παλιός φίλος, ας πούμε, που τον έχεις παραμελήσει ή τον έχεις ξεχάσει και ξαφνικά θυμάσαι πόσο ωραίος είναι ή βλέπεις επιτέλους πόσο ωραίος είναι και ήθελα συνέχεια να είμαι εκεί, δεν ήθελα να είμαι από εδώ.
So I turned so happy back and then I begin to say south part of the island, not the Greek part of the island. They asked me why. I said, because my village there. So it is my country, not anybody's country. This is mine. The whole island is mine.
Την Πρωταπριλιά, που για την Κύπρο, είναι η μέρα της ανεξαρτησίας της Κύπρου. Είναι η εθνική μας γιορτή, ας πούμε. Εγώ εκείνη την ημέρα πήγα να ακούσω, ναι, από τους Άγγλους, πήγα να ακούσω τη Ζεχρά σε μια χοροδία και η αίσθηση που έχω είναι για μένα πάρα πολύ συγκινητική. Δηλαδή όταν πήγα στο σπίτι της Ζεχρά και μας έβαλε να φάμε και είδα τα παιδιά της και είδα πώς ζουν, μου είπε την ιστορία της ζωής της, μου είπε τις δυσκολίες που είχε γιατί αναγκάστηκε να φύγει από την εκπαίδευση, όλα αυτά τα πράγματα. Μόνο όταν καθίσεις στο ίδιο τραπέζι με τον άλλον, να μοιραστείς τις έγνοιες, τις πίκρες, τις χαρές σου, να γελάσεις μαζί του. Μόνο τότε μπορεί να επέλθει πραγματική ενότητα.
I feel, for example, Lefki and Vassiliki as part of my life in a way, or Gyriagos. I mean, they are brothers.
Και είναι το ίδιο. Και εμείς το ίδιο. Ξέρουμε ότι η Ζεχρά έχει το σπίτι, είναι μέλος της οικογένειας μας.
Like, I mean, some of my relatives are living here. I mean, I feel like that. Sometimes I'm thinking about the next house that belongs to my mother, to break the anahtari kilidi there and to enter inside, to put some furniture, maybe to dye the walls and to spend my weekends there. Because it's empty. Yes, but I don't know if it is legal or illegal.
Έλα να σου πω, έλα μια νύχτα κατά τις 8, σπάς την κλειδαριά, να σου δώσω κρεβάτι, έλα πιάσε ποδά και μου πάω από εκεί. Να σου δώσω νερό να σκουπίσεις, να καθαρίσεις, να έρθει να σε βγάλει αφού και καθέται μέσα. Δικό σου εσένα. Εγώ δεν μπορώ να το κάνω γιατί δεν είναι δικό μου. Αυτή τη στιγμή να γίνει κάτι και να πούν ότι επιτρέπεται να πάει ο κάθε ένας στο σπίτι του. Είμαι άξια να πάω περπατητή. Όχι με το αυτοκίνητο, περπατητή. Και θα μιλήσεις λόγια ευχάριστα.
Speaking with Zehra, Vassiliki and Levki, I appreciate that they communicate with only the few words of Turkish, Greek and English they share. Surprisingly, I find myself serving as an interpreter for the deep concepts of home, even though they did not really need me to establish their mutual affection.
Inside of you, there is
Στο σπίτι μου ο άντρας μου ήταν του ναι και εγώ ήμουν του όχι και ήταν πάρα πολύ ενδιαφέρον γιατί ενώ γενικά δεν καταφέρνουμε να μείνουμε σε ερήμους τόνους όταν διαφωνούμε, σε αυτό το πράγμα ήμασταν πολύ ωραίοι. Καθόμασταν και βλέπαμε μια συζήτηση ας πούμε και μετά λέγαμε τους φόβους μας, λέγαμε τις σκέψεις μας, λέγαμε τι ηλίθιος που είναι αυτός και συμφωνούσαμε ή διαφωνούσαμε. Μας έφερε πολύ κοντά.
I feel very sad because she's so nice. She's like her. I feel that we share the same things, but still I believe that her decision will lead us to a catastrophe. Maybe she thinks the other way. If we have a no vote from the Greek Cypriot side, the Turkish Cypriots will be like, they'll be so upset. They will feel that it's a no to them. I mean, it's a no to peace. That's how it's. It's a no to them, meaning
lost in translation.
No, we don't want you. We don't want to live with you. We don't want to share with you. We don't care if you are going to leave this island or if you are going to live under occupation, and we don't care about you. And I want people also to think that. We need this, yes.
Yes, you're asking for it. I like your way. I like your way. Take it to me.
Καραδοκεί ο νόσηρος εθνικισμός. Καραδοκούν οι οπαδοί του χωριστικού τείχους. Καραδοκεί ο ρατσισμός.
With the Annan Plan, hopes for reuniting the island ran high at times. Yet, this process also created great tension and division within and between the communities.
Το πρωί στην πλατεία Γρηγόρη Αυξεντίου, όπου διαδήλωσαν εναντίον του σχεδίου Ανάν. Μετά την εκδήλωση μερίδα μαθητών παρέχθηκε στα επαρχιακά γραφεία του Δημοκρατικού Συναγερμού, εκφράζοντας την αντίθεσή τους στην απόφαση του κόμματος με την μέση.
Το Υπουργείο είπε είναι εντάξει να γίνουν διαδηλώσεις για το όχι. Εγώ είχα τον ναι πάνω στο αυτοκίνητό μου και βγήκανε δύο του Λυκείου προδότρια! Γιατί ο γιος μου πέρασε ένα με το όχι και μου λέει κατέβασε το όχι, το ναι να το σχίσω, να βάλω το όχι.
The referendum became an opportunity for Cypriots to cast their votes and rethink their future.
Τι θέλω εγώ για τα παιδιά μου, ας πούμε. Σκεφτόμουν συνέχεια αυτό το πράγμα. Τι θέλω. Και πήγα εκεί και δεν ήξερα τι να κάνω πραγματικά. Όπως τελικά άκουσα και ακόμα και η μητέρα μου που ήταν του όχι. Πήγα εκεί και έβλεπα ψηφοδέλτια και έλεγα τι κάνω τώρα, ας πούμε. Βάζω ναι, βάζω όχι. Και πήγα εκεί και το βλέπα και εγώ καμπόση ώρα. Και μετά λέω θα το διαβάσω. Γιατί δεν το σκέφτηκα, ας πούμε. Και διάβασα και έλεγε, ξέρω, συμφωνείτε με τις πρόνοιες του σχεδίου. Και είπα, από μέσα μου δεν συμφωνώ. Ας το αφήσω σε αυτό το επίπεδο.
The referendum took place on April 24, 2004. 64% of the Turkish Cypriots approved the Annan Plan to reunify the island and create a bicommunal, bizonal federal republic. 76% of the Greek Cypriots rejected the plan. A week later, the Republic of Cyprus became a member of the European Union, with the island still divided. I was with Yeshim the night the results of the referendum were announced. We felt sad that an opportunity had been missed.
How do you feel about the Greek side now?
I'm so sad. I wish they want peace, but it's not. It's not fair.
I thought of all the women I had met on the island, how they felt about the news. But I also thought about my father. How did he handle political disappointments and setbacks? What made him trust in the struggle and continue?
Ένιωθα πάρα πολύ άσχημα και σκεφτόμουν μάλιστα και τις γυναίκες συγκεκριμένα εκείνη τη βραδιά. Ας πούμε την Εσιά και την Ζεχρά και τα λοιπά. Και ήμουν πάρα πολύ λυπημένη.
This journey has led me to understand that no plan or change attempted by leadership alone can be sustained. Perhaps it is by people coming together, visiting and eating, sharing and acknowledging their common pain, mistrust and dreams, that they can learn to live together again. It is a slow, demanding and meaningful process.
When I thought about this was in Kyrenia, I was at home, that I was thinking that it should be difficult for you to come and interview people in the north, even if there wasn't a language problem.
Yeah.
That without any reservations, I can feel happy that I can make you feel safe here. I feel like trust that tomorrow or any other day, tomorrow that we will do the same, we'll change roles. In that sense, I feel equal.
It's really strange.
When I'm together with Vassiliki, I think my grandmother is somewhere here. And when I touch the stones, I felt that my father saying hello to me, he is here as well.
They say the turtles return home to the island every 30 years. The Cypriots return to see their homes on the other side of the island after 30 years. I've returned to Cyprus for the past 4 years to visit with my friends and seek their advice on this film we have created together. In 2008, with Zehra, Fatma, Nahide and Yeshim, I crossed Lidra Street for the first time. This street, in the heart of historic Lefkosia, had been barricaded since the troubles of 1964. With the rise of pro-reunification governments in both the north and the south, it is open now to people crossing and reconnects the old city. Once again, renewed dialogue for the reunification of the island has started.
Yurdunu sevmeliymiş insan, yurdunu sevmeliymiş insan, yurdunu sevmeliymiş insan, yurdunu sevmeliymiş insan, öyle diyor hep babam. Benim yurdum ikiye bölünmüş ortasında. Benim yurdum ikiye bölünmüş ortasından hangi yarısını sevmeli insan? Hangi yarısını sevmeli insan? Lene os anthropos prebi dimbatrida naba. Lene os anthropos prebi dimbatrida naba. Et silei obaderas musihina. Et silei obaderas musihina. Idigi muy batrida miras distatio. Idigi muy batrida miras distatio. Dio bodatio comatia prebinabo. Dio bodatio gomatia prebinabo. Hangi yarısını sevmeli insan? Efkaristume. Teşekkür ederim.